Hello, and thank you for coming. I will be speaking about the importance of increasing inclusion for deaf and hard of hearing employees. We will be talking about benefits for hiring deaf employees, current accommodations made, and new deaf communication technologies. The unemployment rate in 2014 was 6.3%, which is not ideal, of course, but according to the National Technological Institute for the Deaf, it's a fair number compared to the 4.2% of hearing impaired working age Americans without a job. A reason for this could be the major shift that took place in the 20th century, where industries evolved from heavy manual labor reliance to a service industry, where communication skills are critical and at the front of almost all business practices. The corporate world is moving at a breakneck pace, and it doesn't plan on slowing down anytime soon. Hiring managers don't want to take the time to weigh the benefits of hiring deaf employees or informing themselves or workers on what they would be like to work there. According to Friedner, some human resources professionals claim to hire workers with disabilities for brownie points. And this is because of corporate social responsibility protocols rather than based on their actual qualifications. The negative stigmas associated with deaf and hard of hearing workers must change in order to make progress. So there are many benefits to hiring deaf employees. The claims that come from their managers span from the fact that they're innovative, out-of-the-box thinkers to they're great at visualizing and conceptualizing designs because of their visual means of communication. And according to Diversity and Equal Opportunity Center, studies show that deaf workers are capable, reliable employees who often stay in the job longer than other employees. A cafe in India called Cafe Coffee Day uses deaf employees as brewmasters and quality control experts because they have a heightened sense of smell, taste, and vision. And they deliver the most appealing presentation to their consumers, which the company values. I interviewed Detroit-based deaf hip-hop artist and entrepreneur Sean Forbes. And one of the questions I asked was, if you could tell an employer why they should hire a deaf applicant, what would it be? He responded that deaf people have a lot to prove, and gave an example from when he previously worked as a summer intern at an electrical company, and his boss gave him a stack of papers and said this should keep you busy for the entire summer. Sean Forbes finished the stack in a single day, and so his boss gave him even more work to do. And he made the observation that he was busy doing work while everyone else in the office was busy talking with each other. Every deaf and hard of hearing worker has varying degrees of deafness, and their ability to lip read and speak also changes from person to person. So the best thing to do is simply to ask them which communication method works best for them. There may even be instances where they don't need any sort of accommodations. But here's a few quick tips to be mindful of when working with deaf and hard of hearing coworkers and clients. Make sure your mouth is clearly visible at all times when speaking. Use a brightly colored ball or stick as a speaking mediation tool so they can keep track of which person is talking during the meetings. Have someone write key points and go over it with them afterward in case they missed anything. And use open-ended questions to make sure they fully understand the material presented to them. And also take advantage of communication technologies like video relay services shown in Figure 5. Adapting to new technologies. So deaf workers have conversations with hearing workers via email, texting, instant messaging, teletypewriting, and video relay services as previously shown. But coming summer 2016, those methods could quickly become a backup plan. Motion Savvy created a new software and tablet with the workplace in mind that will revolutionize the way that signers and English speakers communicate. It's called Uni. a product that translates American Sign Language to spoken English. But conversations work both ways. So Uni uses the most advanced speech-to-text software available, making conversations between the two parties fast and efficient. The way hiring managers and employees communicate with deaf job seekers, coworkers, and clients will change for the better. With this software, any communication issues with one-on-one interactions, group meetings, interviews, and presentations will practically disappear. And I'll leave you with this last thought. Non-deaf employees may do an awful lot of hearing, but do they always listen? So, any questions?
So how did you interview Sean Forbes if he was deaf?
Email. I could have talked to him in person. He has great lip reading and speaking capabilities, but due to time constraints, that was not going to happen. Yes?
And how does deaf communication relate to storytelling?
Deaf communication relates to storytelling because storytelling is becoming increasingly important to company cultures. And deaf workers may not have the opportunity to advance to managerial positions where they have the opportunity to sell the company's story through storytelling. But with these new technologies, I believe that it will help them much more in reaching the managerial positions and telling the company's story. Thank you.